Hello, colleague traders. I want to have one-on-one discussion with you right in this video. And I must tell you for a fact that this video is loaded with a lot of information. If you watch it to the end, you will testify. Now, I have watched or read some of your messages on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, Leading Forex. I have also read some of your messages via email, WhatsApp, and then also Telegram. Now, I've taken notes of key things that I think I need to explain or I need to talk about. And so I have a lot of things written down here. So if this video is going to take a bit of time, please pardon me and have the patience to watch to the end. Now, the very first thing I want to touch on has to do with the Forex market. What is it? I want to call the Forex market a profession. There are a few people who will want to call it a skill, but I will want to call it a profession. A skill could equally be a profession, right? So I want to call it a profession. And the reason I'm calling it a profession is because if you look at the genesis of this Forex thing or foreign exchange, it is actually a profession. Now, I don't know the United States. I've never been there before. The US is part of my wish list to visit or to actually go catch a sight of the United States. I may not be able to go all the states, but at least if I'm able to go to one or two of those states, I'll be very happy in the US. It's my dream not to go and work or to go do anything particular, but to just go have fun or catch a sight of the United States everyone is talking about and come back. Now, I am talking about US because when you get to the US, or if you have read, we have one of the biggest markets in the US, and it is located in the New York State. That is where this biggest market I am about to talk about is located. Specifically, if you have heard of Wall Street, this is a center for gurus or professionals who deal with money in terms of investment. Now, those of you who have read a bit of theory in terms of Forex trading, you will know that we have a lot of Forex sessions. We have the Asia session, we have the Tokyo or the Japan session, then we have the London session, and then we have the US session or the New York session. Any other session included. Now, these sessions are here because, or you hear these sessions because there are various market points for the Forex market. Now, back to the US specifically. The New York session is believed to be one of the biggest of the markets when you are considering the biggest markets in the Forex world. We talk about the London session and then the New York session. Now, when you get to New York, there's Wall Street, a business center where transactions go on with regards to Forex and also stocks. And not just Forex and stock, but they have other commodity trading and other stuff that go on live at Wall Street. So often they publish a journal, Wall Street Journal. If you've ever catch a glimpse on such reports, it's detailed about the Forex activities and the stock market activities that has gone on maybe in the past year or the current year under review. So you often hear Wall Street Journal. It's a journal, it's a book that a lot of the investors, they will often want to read or know what is happening in terms of the Forex or, sorry, the currency market. Now, when you get to this Wall Street, you will see companies, institutions that are into Forex trading, and not just Forex trading alone, stocks, the stock market, that is where it is based. and other markets are all there. Now we have professionals who are traders. And these professional traders have been employed by these institutions, which today you and I will call a prop firm, okay, or a professional firm. These institutions have hired professionals who know how to turn the market around to make profit out of it, who know how to predict or forecast into the future what some stocks will be doing and what some currencies will be doing and what some commodities will be doing. And then they go along in that direction to make profits for the institutions. Now, these institutions are well-recognized institutions that are known to be investment hubs or investors, or if you can call it investment companies. And you know, people that invest with these companies, they are the richest people in the world that we hear of. Okay. The Bill Gates, the Warren Buffett, the Mark Zuckerberg, and mention them, these guys. Okay. I mean, the guy who wrote Rich Dad Poor Dad, what is his name? Robert Kiyosaki. Yes, these guys, these gurus, including the former president of the United States, my good friend. All these guys who are big financial guys, they invest their monies, including a few bilateral and multilateral institutions. They all invest their monies into the stock market, into the forex market, into the commodity market, and then they make profit. So when you hear that Jeff Bezos has made this amount of money as profit, it is out of investment. If you've heard that Warren Buffett has made this amount of money at the end of the calendar year, it is the investments. And these are the places these guys invest their monies. Now, I want you to take your time because I'm now building up the stories. I'm building up the whole issue. These companies that these big guys go to give their monies to, who trade for them? Who do the trading? Who are those who manage the monies? They employ professionals. And these professionals are those we call Forex traders or whoever, the traders. Let me just put it as such, traders. The professionals who know much about the market and can give a forecast and follow a pattern to make profit for the firm. Because these big guys that have gone to give their monies to these companies, they have a target. They have a return that they are waiting to receive at the end of the year or the 12 months. Now, let me be factual over here. These institutions at Wall Street, or when you come to London, the London market, these big guys like the Jeff Bezos, the Warren Buffett, and the other guys I have mentioned, they give their monies to these companies, and then the companies promise them a percentage of 12% per annum, a maximum of 15% profit return per annum. So, assuming Jeff Bezos has given huge money to company A, and they have gone into contract, and then company A is supposed to give Jeff Bezos a 12% per annum interest or income on the capital. The company has accepted the money. The company in itself doesn't know how to do the trading stuff. So the company will hire professionals who are traders to manage the funds that they've gotten from these big guys or the investors. Now, the guys that they employ as professionals to come and manage these funds, they are also given a target. So assuming I've been employed by company A to manage maybe $1 million from Jeff Bezos, okay? Now, Jeff Bezos is expecting a minimum of 12% interest per annum or a maximum of 15% interest per annum. So the company A will tax me as a trader to also make a profit between maybe 15 to 20%. Are you getting the scenario? Jeff Bezos is expecting 12 or a maximum of 15% from company A. Now, company A is giving me the money as a professional, and they are taxing me to make a maximum of 20% per annum, or a minimum of 15% per annum for them. Now, if I'm able to manage these funds well, and I end up getting, assuming 18% at the end of the year for company A. Company A is going to pay, let's assume company A is going to give Jeff Bezos 12%. When they give them 12%, it's left with 5% interest, right? So the remaining 5% interest, company A is going to take part of it and pay me, or they will be paying me monthly with the target or with the hope for the target that I'm going to make. So assuming company A is going to pay me 3% out of the 18%, even that's too much, 1%, because this is huge money. So company A has gone into contract by employing me as a professional to trade and make a commission from them, or receive a salary of 1%. This is huge money. You are seeing the 1% as maybe something small. It's not small, it's very huge. Now, once they pay Jeff Bezos 12%, and then they pay me as a professional 1%, making 13% out of the 18% target that I have achieved. It means the company is left with 5% interest, and that becomes their profit as well as a company. So these companies are there managing funds from the investors. And they are not just managing the funds by themselves, but they hire professionals to do the management of the funds. And these professionals are paid for their services. It's out of this pattern that today we have online what we call the prop firms, or institutions or companies that are giving out money. And their concept is that before they can hire you and give you money, because the money they are giving to you online, before they can give you that money, they need to test you to be sure that you are indeed a good, profitable trader before they can entrust their funds into your hands, because those funds are coming from some investors, and those investors are expecting returns. So if they are hiring you as a trader, then you need to be able to prove that indeed you are a good trader. So they give you what they call evaluation, or a test. And when it comes to companies, they all have their terms and conditions. So you will see that one prop firm may be giving you some terms and conditions, which is different from company B. Every company and their rules, depending on what contract they had with the investor. You get it? So this is actually a profession that has been going on ages, which is still going on today. And so if I'm saying that the Forex trading profession or skill that you know is a profession, you should understand the point or the angle I'm coming from. It is actually a profession. So before you can deal with it, you need to be a professional. I am sure you heard something about Forex before joining, or before rushing to look for videos and stuff to know much about it. But I need to tell you the truth. Now, if Forex trading is a profession, just like any other profession, for instance, a doctor, a nurse, a teacher, mention the professions, you know them. You will agree with me that to become a teacher, you have to go to the university. And the university, if you don't spend at all, you should spend more than 3 years, some 4 years, to graduate as a professional teacher. You should attend a tertiary institution, if I'll put it, before you can graduate to become a professional teacher. If it is nursing, you need to go for school not less than 3 years, sometimes 4 years, before you can graduate to become a professional nurse. All the professions, they have their time bounds. A doctor may have to go a maximum of 8 years to graduate as a doctor. So all these dynamics are there. They have time limits that you have to endure before you can graduate or be certified as a professional under that field. If that is the case, the question here is, Forex trading, which is equally a profession, how many years do you think one's supposed to go through or one's supposed to learn in order to become a professional? That is a question I want you to think about as we go along. Okay, let me put that aside. Now, if you now understand the concept that Forex trading is a profession, but has been made easier for you and I to do it on our own, to have our, instead of us going to give our monies to some investors to do it for us, we want to do it on our own. We want to learn the skill and then sit behind our PC or use our mobile phones to make the money by ourselves. So here we are becoming self-employed professionals. Do you get a concept? That is the concept of Forex trading. There is that new aspect of becoming a self-employed professional on your own. Whilst you are doing other stuff, you are doing the Forex trading for yourself. And that is what all of us have heard about. And we are chasing and looking for the answers. Take your time. We'll get there. Now, let me tell you this. Every profession has a school that you need to go through. What of Forex trading? Does it have a school? Yes, there are a few that I have heard of in the foreign countries. I mean, the US and then the UK and the rest. Those ones are not even, if I'll put it right, schools per se, but they often call them academies. Okay, there are often academies that you have to enroll to get the education in Forex trading. So before those companies will employ you as a professional, I mean, those companies at Wall Street and other major markets, before they will employ you, you will need to have certificates from these academies, Forex academies or trading academies, to prove that indeed you are a professional. And then they will test your profitability to be sure that they are employing the right person that can give them the profit. But these academies are not easy to find. So if these academies are not easy to find, what is the next option? The next option is probably you getting a mentor, a teacher that can hold your hand and show you the way step by step. Now, I know you are trying to learn this whole thing by yourself. You are combing the internet from YouTube to Instagram to Facebook to wherever to get all the necessary information and strategies you will need to become a professional Forex trader on your own without the help of anybody. It is good. It is a good thing. But I must be honest and tell you, face to face, eyeball to eyeball, that only a few may become successful through that. If you are to quantify, I can tell you that only less than 1%, only less than 1% can achieve such a target of learning the Forex market on their own. You either have to find an academy and join, or you look for a mentor to hold your hand. Now, if you say that you want to do it on your own, it's just like you saying to yourself that, look, I want to become a nurse, but I don't want to go through the nursing school. I want to buy nursing books and learn. And then when I finish learning, I'll become a professional nurse. Or it's just like you saying, I don't want to go to a tertiary institution to enroll myself as a teacher. I don't want to sit in a classroom where a teacher will be standing in front of me, telling me what to do, giving me instructions, giving me assignments, giving me notes. I will want to buy all the teaching books, buy all the videos, and sit at home and do everything by myself. And then at the end, I'll become a professional teacher. When you say you want to learn this whole Forex thing on your own, that is what you mean. Now, the question is that possible? Can you become a nurse through that process? Can you become a teacher through that process? Can you become a banker through that process? Can you become a military man through that process? You watch all the training sessions of military and do everything at home. When you finish, you graduate and become an army officer or whatsoever, or a police officer. Is that possible? You have to enroll in an academy. The military and the security forces, theirs is also academy. So you need to go through their academy, which is the training schools, so that you learn the training, you'll be trained. So those who want to do this on their own because they feel like they have videos available, they have seen Kofi Dollar's videos, and they are well structured. Their understanding is there, so they just want to follow that and be okay and become perfect traders in the forex market. Congratulations, I wish you all the best. But I must be honest and tell you that that may not be easier. Less than 1% can achieve that. So the bottom line is, you need to get someone who will hold your hand. Either you get an academy and join, or you get a professional forex trader who is profitable, that can hold your hand and teach you the whole thing for you to become what you want to become. Now, how do you find them? How can you find these professional teachers or get these professional guys to help you? Now, I got some that helped me. I went through the hands of mentors, not less than 5. I went through the hands of mentors that are not, yes, there are 5 if I've not lost count. My first forex mentor was a UK trader. He was a UK, I don't know whether he's still trading, to be honest, because after what I got from him, I wasn't satisfied. Even before that, yes, that was it. He was giving, I had that mentor from an academy in the US called IML. Now the name has changed to IM. I don't know how many of, I'm sure most of you might have heard of that academy name. It's an online academy for forex trading, IML. Now their name is IM. When I joined that academy, I was made to pay a subscription fee of $120 every month, $120 every month to learn forex trading. I kept on paying. I paid for 2 months or so. I felt I wasn't getting what I needed based on some of the, I think I've ever said that in one of my videos, so I don't need to go back to this. So my first mentor was given to me from the academy, who was in UK. My second mentor was also from Spain. My third mentor was also from Africa. I wouldn't mention the country. He was from Africa. But as I speak, he's no more trading. I am rather mentoring him now. That is why I don't want to mention the country where he comes from, but he's from Africa. He was my mentor, but today I am the one mentoring him. You see how the world is. I am sure a few of you may be mentoring me in the near future. To be honest, it's possible. Now, yes, the list continues. The last mentor that I got was from US. Okay, so how do you get a mentor? All these mentors I paid. By then I was a young guy who had just graduated from the university in 2017. And I started this whole thing. There was no money, but I had to gather money and pay people. Those that would scam me, scammed me. They took my monies, I never heard from them. Some $200, some $300, all those stuff. I just paid and I didn't hear from them again. They took the monies and that was it. I didn't give up. I kept on. Until my last mentor in the US, who was actually a trader at the Wall Street, told me what I needed to do. And that is what has brought me to this point here, where today you are also watching me or even listening to me. So you need a mentor. Now, how do you find these mentors? How did I find the mentor that helped me to become who I am today? I want to show you. It's very important. Now, you can find these mentors on YouTube. That's one place you can find them. There are good mentors out there. You can find them. Some of you, after watching my videos, you are like, hey, this guy is the best. This guy is an angel. I am not the only angel. I think I should even be the least among the angels. Maybe you haven't found the angel Gabriel and the Michaels. You haven't found them yet. That is why you are talking about me. But there are bigger angels out there. So on YouTube, you can look for them. And then also on Twitter. Yes, Twitter. I got my mentor from Twitter. On Twitter, you will find, let me calm down, I'm an African. So on Twitter, you will find these professional guys who are trading at Wall Street and other major markets, the London market and other markets. You often find them on Twitter. When you search, you will get them. When you get them, begin to chat with some of them or send some of them messages and see if they will respond. I think I lost count of the number of people I sent messages, but I sent messages. I won't lie to you. A lot of messages were sent. Some came back with a reply, but their charges were so high that I couldn't afford. Some were charging $2,500 to take me through just 1 week mentorship. Some were charging $5,000, some $10,000 to have me as a mentee for just a period of 1 month, some 3 days. Some were even quoting 3 days, charging $5,000 and the rest. So I kept on searching. I kept on talking, sending messages until I got one that was quite better for me. So on Twitter, you can find these guys there. And then also LinkedIn. I don't know how many of you have heard of that platform, LinkedIn. You can find these professional guys at LinkedIn. They are there. You can also get them there. Now, don't go searching for these guys on Instagram. Don't do that. I am not saying they are not there. They are professional traders there, but don't go looking for them there on Instagram. No, I wouldn't suggest that place for you. Not at all. So that is one part. Don't also go on TikTok that you are going there to look for professional traders. TikTok. Maybe there are also good ones there, but I haven't really gotten to know maybe many of them there. But there could be equally good guys there, but don't go looking for them over there on Twitter. No. Okay. The best place you can look for them are the places I have mentioned on Twitter, LinkedIn, and then YouTube. Don't go Facebook. There are lots of them also good guys on YouTube, Facebook. But I am narrowing your search to these 3 places: Twitter, LinkedIn, and then YouTube. 3. Let's continue. When you get them, those who want to help you will help you. So you need mentorship. If I'll put it, you need mentorship. Is that okay? You need what? Mentorship. Don't think that you are having good videos out there, you are having good notes out there, you are reading blogs and the rest, and so you are okay. No, you are not okay. I can tell you. Those who have contacted me for mentorship, currently I am on hold with mentorship. To be honest, the pressure coming is too high. So I have put mentorship on hold because the people on the line are so many. So currently mentorship is on hold, but that's why I want to help you by giving you other places you can get other good guys, because I am not the only good guy. There are other good guys out there. Let's continue. Now, today you have understood that you need someone to hold your hand. It doesn't matter what. You need someone to hold your hand. So start searching and looking for someone to hold your hand. It's very important. And then there will always be a charge. Just as you go to school and you pay school fees, just as you go to become a professional in one field and you pay school fees, you will definitely pay something. It is not free. Let me tell you that also. It is not free. So if you are contacting a mentor, don't bring yourself so low. Don't make that mentor think that you don't even know what you want. Because as an investor who wants to become a professional investor on your own, Once you begin to tell them you don't have money, you are a poor person, come on, then you are not qualified to be an investor, because an investor is someone who has money and want to invest. Because this one, you want to learn the skill or the profession and then invest yourself. You want to do it yourself. So don't go out there looking for a mentor and begin to tell them your problems. The mentor is equally having a problem. He is not so rich and have no issue. The Jeff Bezos and the Mark Zuckerberg and those guys that you've heard of, they equally have problems. If they didn't have problems, they would stop looking for money. So they also have their problems. So don't just go begin to say, I'm a poor person, I'm an orphan, I don't have family, I don't have money, I am a poor boy, I am uneducated, I don't even have a job. Hey, you have already disqualified yourself. You have disqualified yourself. If the charge the mentor is giving you is too high and you can't afford, tell him what you can afford. If he won't accept that, you move on. But once the mentor gives you the charge and you feel like it is okay and you can afford, go for it. Stop talking about your problems. The mentor has major problems and he's not ready to take someone's problems in addition to his or hers. So stop talking about your problems, making it look like he should carry your problems in addition to his problems or her problems. You have lost that mentor for good. Okay, enough of that place. Now, the second most important thing I want to tell you is that this profession called forex trading is not for everyone. I know a lot of you will hate me for this, but I need to say it to you. Forex trading is not for everyone. Okay? Are you saying Jeff Bezos do not have classmates? Are you saying Mark Zuckerberg or whatever the name is do not have classmates? Are you saying Donald Trump, the former US president, who is one of the richest people in the world, do not have classmates? Are these classmates equally rich like that? No. Are you saying people that have opened banks, have multilateral institutions or companies, like the Steve Jobs with Apple? Are you saying Steve Jobs doesn't have classmates? But are Steve Jobs' classmates also producing iPhones and other products? No. But maybe they sat in the same classroom. They learned the same thing. But Steve Jobs is able to produce computers and then other stuffs, mobile phones, that maybe, for all you know, most of his colleagues may equally even be, for all you know, some of them are his employees, people he has employed. Meanwhile, they all sat in the same classroom. So what I'm trying to say is that forex trading as a profession is not for everyone. Okay, let me also say this. We know we have a lot of unemployment in the world, including your country. People have completed universities and they are still at home. They have no jobs. But there are people who sat in the same university hall with you. You don't have a job, they have a job. You all learned the same thing. But they have the job you don't have. Forex trading is not for everyone. It's a profession. Some will succeed, some will not. So just like I was saying that Steve Jobs is now producing Apple products, and for all you know, some of his colleagues are his employees. It is possible that you may equally learn the forex trading skill, but may not be successful in it. But maybe there are other things that you may have to become rather than a trader on your own. And I'm going to explain those things that you can equally become, but not necessarily becoming a trader on your own. All this is in this video. That's why I'm taking my time. Steve Jobs had friends that may be, or colleagues that, or even seniors that maybe even graduated, or I learned Steve Jobs even didn't complete the university. I don't know. Let me just leave that there. But People that in academics might have even been doing better than him may be his employers now. So employees now, he has employed them to work for him. So the bottom line is that the fact that you are trying to learn the forex trading to become a professional forex trader doesn't mean that you will succeed. It's a fact. If that wasn't the case, by now everybody should be employed. There should be unemployment in the world. Like by now, Steve Jobs' classmates should all be opening companies, building factories and institutions, manufacturing products like Apple and the rest. Like by now, Mark Zuckerberg should equally have colleagues that are also developing better apps. That will even be better than Facebook and the rest that we know, but it's not like that. So the profession is not for everyone. Some will succeed, some will not. If you do not succeed, doesn't mean your world has come to an end. Although you paid school fees in the university, you had a lecturer standing in front of you to teach you, and all through that you are unemployed. It doesn't mean that is the end of you. So if you have also paid a mentor to teach you, and you've gone through the whole process and you are still not successful, the world hasn't come to an end. Maybe that is not for you. There's other things that could be for you. You have to look for it. And I'm going to explain what other things could equally be there for you. I'll explain that in this video. So when I say forex trading may not be there, may not be for everyone, you should understand me. So if that is the case, the reason I am saying this is because today, as I speak to you, everyone wants to learn mentorship, want to learn how to trade. Everyone. Once they send you a message, it's about mentorship. I want to learn how to trade. I want to learn how to trade. I want to learn how to trade. Everyone wants to learn how to trade. It's not possible. It's just like you saying you want to be your own nurse or you want to be your own doctor. You don't want to go to any hospital for any other person to check you or heal you. You want to heal yourself. So you want to be your own doctor. You want to be your own nurse. You want to be your own banker. You want to be your own contractor. Build your own house. No, you cannot be everybody. You may not be a contractor, but you have the money to hire a contractor to come and build for you. You may not be a nurse, but you may not be feeling well. You hire a nurse or you go to the hospital, a nurse will take care of you. So the issue of I want to learn, everyone want to learn, and want to learn. That concept of I want to shift your mind a bit to something else. And what I want to shift your mind a bit to is this. When you go to the bank, okay, to deposit or to start saving, or when you go to the bank to invest your money, or you go to any other investment companies to invest your money, just like the Wall Street's investments, those who invest in stocks and forex currency trading and the rest. When you equally go, ours is the bank. So when you go to the bank that you want to open a savings account, you want to be saving money, or let me not even talk about savings. Assuming there's an investment package in the bank, okay? And you want to go and subscribe to that investment package so that you'll be making profits on your money. When you go to the bank to do that, when you get to the bank will request a lot of things from you, some information from you. And then they will help you to create the account. And then they will tell you or show you how you can deposit money into that account. And if they need be to withdraw money, they will also show you how you can withdraw money from that account. So sometimes they will give you the checkbook or the withdrawal book, and then they will give you the ATM card. They will show you how to use these tools or these documents to either deposit or withdraw money from the account. So they will show you the basics that you need to be able to operate the account. Listen to me carefully. I'm arriving at a point. You will soon understand me better. So they will teach you the basics that you will need to be able to operate the account in terms of deposits and withdrawals, right? Checking of statements and the rest. They will take you through all that. But there is one thing they don't teach you. What is it that they don't teach you? They don't teach you what they do with the money that you have come to deposit with them to give you profit. They don't tell you what they do to make the profits on the money you have brought. Do they show you that? No, they don't. That is their work, not your work. That is why they are there. Theirs is to use your money, work with it, make profits, give you a part of it as interest. So they will give you what is the basics, how to deposit money in their account, withdraw or whatsoever, how to operate their account. They will take their time and teach you that. But the main work as to how to turn your money into profit is never shown to you, or is never given to you. They don't teach you that. That is their work. Okay. Then if that is the case, can we also say that it is possible that you can also learn the basics of Forex trading? Okay, listen carefully. You can also learn the basics of Forex trading, not necessarily how to make the money give you the profit, but learning the basics of Forex trading. And what is the basics? Depositing money, or how to open a Forex account, deposit money in that account. And then when you finish all that process, you will employ the services of a professional to turn that money into profits and give you more profits. It is possible you can do that. That bank way of doing things can be done by you. Now, let me show you the way. Let me tell you a few more things. This video is very long. The things I have written, I'm only talking about 2 for now. I don't know if I can even finish all of them in this video, but let me say this. It is also possible that you learn the basics of how to create a live Forex account, and then you learn how to deposit money into that account and how you can withdraw money from that account. And then you will employ the services of a professional, just like the way you go to employ the services of the professionals in the bank to turn your money into profit and give you commission. You can equally employ the services of a professional trader to turn that money that you have deposited into your live account and bring you profit. How can you do that? There are several ways. And this is where, if you are not careful, you can easily be scammed, or someone can easily take your money and go away with it. So let me explain. This is where it's getting interesting. So learn the basics, and then some of the services that you can employ from professionals. I'll talk about only 2 for the sake of time. 1, you can employ the services that is known in Forex trading as Forex signals. Forex signal service. You can employ that. Now, let me go into details about this one. Now, don't just get out there and begin to pay money for signal services. Every professional trader who wants you to be convinced that he or she can actually make you profitable should have a free channel that you can join and at least be able to see his signals, how profitable they are. At least he should be able to share free signals with you for you to see how good his signals are and how profitable he is as a trader. Then you can subscribe for, if the need be, the VIP. But assuming that you join the free group and you do not have the money to pay for the VIP, you can stay in that group, pick 2 or 3 or 4 signals from that professional trader, make profits out of it, and then the profit that you make, you pay for the VIP services out of the profit that you have made. Is this making sense? So you are only employing the services of a signal provider. So join the free channels. For instance, I have a free channel, Forex signals only. It's one word. If you go to all my videos, at the description of every video, that link is there. Now, a lot of you just watch videos without going to the description of those videos to check what is there. Sometimes there are vital information that are not talked about in the video, but they are in the description. Most of you do not take time to go to the description to check what notes or what other information is there. Sometimes it is not everything we are able to say in the video. So we put the rest in the description part of the video. So when you go to every video, should have a description. And when you enter into the description of the video, you should find some information there. So for instance, when you go to any video of mine, at the description of every video of mine, you find a lot of information. Part of that information, you will see my free Telegram channel link. It is in that description. So you can just click on the link and then it will take you straight to the Signal group and then you will join for free. So those of you who just watch videos without checking what information is in these videos, you are, or at the description of those videos, you are doing yourself maybe a bit of harm. So try, when you watch any video I mean, try to go to the description and check what is there. This is free tip. It's a free tip. So join the free channel, study the dynamics. Don't be in haste. Already, look, already you are in trouble. You need money. Everyone needs money. So don't rush to look for the money. Take your time. If someone could go 4 years, 5 years in the tertiary just to attain a profession, taking 1 month to stay behind and watch a signal service provider in order to make a decision shouldn't be a big deal. Look, if you want to be in haste and say that you need money, and because of that, you don't care, fine. If you have the money, there's no problem. But if you are the poor guy like me who doesn't have the money, take your time to study, because don't just lose your small money that you have made just like that. Don't just let it go like that. So take your time, at least 1 month to study. The signals that are provided by this person shouldn't be a bad deal. Don't be in haste. Look, in 1 month time, in 2 month time, if you happen to lose the money you have deposited into your life account, the problem that is chasing you will still be there. In a month time, if you begin to make profits on that money, the problem that is chasing you will still be there. So there's no need to rush. Just take your time and then study some things before you make a move. So the free channel should be a guide to tell you what the VIP can bring before you make that decision to pay, if you can afford in the VIP. Now, if you cannot wait for a month, then you can go to the history of the page. The channel should have a history. You should be able to see his past results or performances. And that should also inform you that this person is a good trader, and for that matter, you should pay for the VIP service. So the past results in the free group, or maybe a video from him talking about what his Telegram, the VIP channel is receiving, should also be a way of convincing you to actually, but left to me alone, study the channel, go through the history. If you are convinced, you pay. If you are not convinced, stay in the group for a month, then make use of the signals that are brought, and then you can test and know whether indeed it's worth paying for the VIP channel. Then you can go ahead and pay. So don't be in haste at all. This is a life thing you want to do, so no rushing. Take your time. It is today that with the youth, we are in haste to look for money. In the past, if anyone would want to do an investment, he will go to the agencies that are good in advising, financial advisors. They will go to the financial advisors, or they'll go to the agencies responsible for investment to educate them. They go to pick education from these financial advisors before they even go ahead to make an investment. They don't just rush. The big guys don't just rush into investments. But today we are looking for money. Money is chasing us, or we are chasing money. We are chasing the money. So we don't even have time to do what we call due diligence. No advice. We just want to go in, boom. And that is where sometimes we end up at the wrong side. So that is one service you can employ. 2, there is also a service provided by most of the brokers. Now, we often think that the brokers are bad people. They are wicked people. Why? Because we've been told that the brokers they take our money, they trade against us and they make the profit. It's not true. I want to say it again. I've said this in some of my videos. It is not true. The brokers, listen, let me say this once and for all. When you take a buy, for instance, on Euro USD, your broker is supposed to look for someone who is selling Euro USD, who is selling Euro USD, and pair you with the person. So once you are buying, the person will be selling. So when you are losing to that person. When you are winning, the person is losing to you. That is the concept. So the broker is just a mediator to give you the feed from the banks, the liquidity providers. They give you the feed from the liquidity providers, which is the banks. And then also they help you to execute the trades by matching you to the opposite trader. So if you are going positive, they look for an opposite, which is a negative trader, and then they pair you, because negative and positive must be paired. Then you guys can trade among yourself. It's just like when you go to the market, you are holding money, you want yam, or you want rice to buy. You need to look for who is also willing to give you his rice in exchange for money. Then you guys can do what we call transaction by exchanging the rice for the money. It's as simple as that. So whilst you are holding money, looking for rice, you are looking for whoever is also selling rice or who is holding rice and is looking for your money. Then you go with your money and give it to the rice owner or the rice seller, and then you take the rice home. It's like that. So you are holding a buy on Euro USD. The broker is supposed to look for someone who is selling Euro USD, and then they match the two of you. And then you can do the exchange. That is what the brokers are supposed to do. But it is a fact that some brokers are sometimes very difficult. And so they want to cheat the system. And by so doing, some of them tend to trade with you. I will explain that. Now, we have two types of brokers. This video is getting too long. I didn't want it to be too long, but it's like I need a lot of information is here that I need to pour it out. Now, just pardon me for the length of this video. Let me say this. When you place a buy, because the broker is supposed to look for someone who is selling so that they can match you, immediately, maybe that broker is a deal index broker. It means they have to do the pairing manually. Listen carefully. When you hear deal index brokers and no deal index brokers, the no deal index is also called the ECN brokers. The deal index brokers, they're supposed to look for the opposite person manually. Then they will manually match you to that person. And then the no deal index brokers, who are called the ECN. So listen carefully. The market makers are also called the deal index. Okay, the market makers, they are called the deal index brokers. And then we have the no deal index brokers, who are also called ECN brokers. So the deal index brokers or the market makers, they do this manually by pairing you to the other person manually. But the ECN brokers or the no deal index brokers, they do it automatically. There's a system, there's a software that they have paired or done that will match you automatically to someone. Immediately you place a buy, then the system will search for someone and match you automatically. So often, those who do it manually, who are the deal index brokers, that is where the problem is. That is where the market makers, people are bashing the market makers. They do it manually. So when you place Euro USD buy, immediately they may not be able to get someone who is selling Euro USD. So what they have to do is that because they don't want to reject your offer, they have to take the opposite of you immediately. They have to take the opposite of you immediately because you are buying Euro USD. So the deal index broker will take a sell on Euro USD immediately. And then once your trade goes through, then they begin to search in the servers. Then they begin to search who is selling Euro USD. And when they get one, then they pass you on to that person. And then you continue. Is this clear? Oh. Thank God, it is clear. So they match you manually to that person. But because you are buying Euro USD and they have taken a sell to allow your trade to run, you feel like they are wicked. How wicked are they? I don't get this concept. I've always heard people saying this and I'm like, what the hell? Is it that they don't understand this whole thing or something else? So how wicked are these deal index guys? You have seen a good setup to go buy on Euro USD. Your broker is a deal index broker. You took a buy. They have taken, because they are now going to search manually for someone who is selling Euro USD so that they can match the two of you. They haven't found anyone. So should they wait and allow your trade not to go through? No. So they have to immediately take the opposite of you and then they begin the search. Once they get someone, then they pass you on to the person. But at times, this is where I say a lot of people have issues with them at times, or they also sometimes try to be smart. When sometimes they check your history of trading and they realize that you are not a good trader, listen carefully. When they realize that you are not a good trader, sometimes they can choose to leave the trade with you, the opposite trade they have taken against you or taken with you, not against you, they have taken with you. Let me use that word correctly. So the opposite way they have trade that they have taken with you, they can choose to leave it open, knowing very well that maybe you are not a good trader. Maybe at the end of the day, you will lose. So if you are going to lose, it means they are going to win. Because even if they should match you to someone else, you are still going to lose your money to that person. So sometimes they become smart and say, okay, just let me allow this guy. Let's be with this guy. So when you win, you have won their money. And when you lose, you have lost it to them, just as you would have lost it to any other person or any other institution. But it is not the right thing for them to do. They're supposed to match you to someone because they are just mediators. But sometimes that is what goes on behind the scene. That is why every broker is supposed to have a regulator. Okay. Sometimes in the process of passing you to the person, because initially they've taken the trade against you. Sorry, taking the trade with you. I don't want to use the word against. They've taken the trade with you. They are trading with you. In the process of passing you on to someone else, sometimes the feed changes. The price that they match you to that person changes. So sometimes when the price changes, I'm not going to explain this. I don't want anyone to come at me. So I'm not going to explain this. I think it's okay. Let me even end here. Let me continue. So that is what they do. I don't want any trouble. So they are not bad people. It's just that sometimes a few bad ones or a few of these brokers want to be bad in the name of just taking a bad name for themselves. But they are not supposed to be called bad people because the trader, the broker is already getting commission from you. Because when you sell and you win or you lose, they have taken their commission already. So there's no need trying to manipulate you because the brokers want you to still make profit because they know that when you make profit, you continue to give them commission. So the brokers are not there to make you lose because when you lose and you don't have money to continue trading, they won't get the commission they're supposed to get from you. So they are not bad people. But like I said, the ECN one, they do it automatically. So the system does it, the matching or the pairing automatically. So for them, we often don't hear whatsoever. It's okay, I've left it there. So these brokers, they have what we call PAM service. P-A-M-M, PAM. They have what we call the PAM service, which is called Percentage Allocation Management Model. That's the full meaning of PAM. Percentage Allocation Management Model. That is PAM. Most of them have these PAM services that they offer. So when you sign up with the PAM Disney, what it simply means is that they have professional traders. Someone has signed up with them as a broker, as a professional trader. So they display the results of those professional traders. And then you who want to invest your money will just create a PAM account, deposit your money in that account. Then you link it to whoever is a professional trader that you think the person can help your account to make profit. So what it means is that when that professional takes a trade on his account, automatically your account also take a trade, or your account is also activated to take that same trade. You don't control anything. The Palm Master controls everything. They have linked your account to the Palm Master. So immediately the Palm Master does anything on his account, it does the same thing on your account. So when the Palm Master is making profit, you are also making profit. And then at the end of the month, the Palm Master charges you for a commission. For helping your account to grow, they charge you a commission. Is that okay? The Palm Master will charge you a commission. So you will only register as a Palm follower. So they have the Palm Master registering as a Palm Master and then registering as a Palm follower. Wow, it has started raining here. I think I need to end this video. So you can be a Palm follower by creating a Palm follower account. Now, the brokers have variation in terms of how much they will charge you on that account. Some will allow a Palm follower to open a minimum of $500 account. Some will say $1,000 minimum Palm follower account. Some will say $300. It depends on how much the broker may allow you to open a Palm follower account. But it's quite expensive. Some will say $500, some will say $1,000 and the rest. So you can choose to open a Palm follower account, and then you check through the history of the Palm Masters. Then you choose one person as a Palm Master, and then they will link your account to that Palm Master's account. Then he will trade for you, and then you make profit. When you make profit, you pay him a commission. Now, let me say this to end the video. Left to me alone, don't subscribe to this account management services. I repeat, left me alone, don't subscribe to this account management services. If I have the option to choose between Palm account management and then Signal services, I will go for the cheaper one, which may be the Signal services, or I'll go for the Palm follower. I will not go for account management, because the account management has become a thing now that people are using to cheat or steal people's money. So I will not explain some of the ways they do this, but I'm just telling you that if there are options to go for any of these three, go for maybe Signal services, or you go for Palm service. Do not go for account management. I'm done. There are more things I'm supposed to say in this video, but it's raining and the time too is too much. So what else do I say? Okay, to end, I'll suggest that you watch every video that I have posted on this channel, because some of the videos, the description may look like, or the title may deceive you to think that, okay, this is just a signal video. There are vital information that I share when I'm even giving out signals. Whatever I am doing in any video, I share a lot of information that you need. So don't be selective in terms of the videos you will watch on this channel. Try your best, if possible. Watch every video I have posted on this channel, because every video has new information that you will need. Okay, it's okay. There are other things I wanted to say, but it's okay. Going forward, we may do another video explaining some other things, but I'm sure this video today has given you a lot of information that you will need. Now, again, let me end with this. Never send money to someone somewhere that the person should manage the money, and then when he makes profit, he should send it back to you. Never do such a mistake. I'm done. I think it's enough. I don't want anyone to come at me. So I'm done. But the advice is that never send money over. I am in Ghana. You are in the UK. You are in Nigeria. Then I tell you, send me money. I'll trade for you. When then you make the profits, then you withdraw. I'll send it to you. Or I have a website. You'll register and put your money there. I'll manage it for you. Then you'll be making profit. You'll be seeing how much you are making. No. Don't go for those things. I'm done. God bless you. I'll see you another time in another video. Until then, take very good care of yourself.